Hi, it's George of Fun with Flies. Today we're going to be tying a foam cricket. Went ahead and I've already threaded the hook, threaded the whole shank of the hook right there. I've cut out the foam. It's roughly about the shape of a bullet, kind of trimmed back a little bit here to give it the abdomen, the point. So what we want to do is go ahead and we're going to start to tie them in. So you want to take a little bit of super glue. We're going to go about a third of the body. Okay, so once we go about a third up the body, we're going to take this on an angle. We want to get the right there about a little bit before the eye. We're going to get this hook as far back as we can grab it, tie it in, and then we're going to go between the foam and the body. We're going to go up a little bit more. We're going to pinch it, go down. We're going to go between the foam and the body. We're going to pinch it. We're going to stop right about there. Okay, now while we have this out, we want to stay kind of even, so we may want to take this back a little bit. Maybe do an extra wrap in there, go for a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so while we have this out right here, we want to go ahead and take a little bit of super glue and put it on the tail. This is going to be, this part area right here is going to actually be covered by the wing when we're done. So what I like to do is put a little on here. And I'm going to take a little bit of tail piece right here, get them on the glue, take another piece, and we're going to get them on the glue and get them roughly about the same size out. Take a look at them from the top, make sure he's even. Okay, then we're good right there. And what we're going to do right now is going to do the legs. We're going to do the hind leg. Okay, so the hind leg, we're going to do, what I have here is the brown silicone legs. I'm going to take off 3 of them, just keep them attached. So I'm just going to nick it right there, so I can pull the 3 off. Well, that's just 2, so let's, there we go. Okay, so we got the 3. Okay, what we want to do here is we just want to tie a little knot. Okay, about the length of your thumb right there. Come out here. Hold them up here, just trim it. Do it again. Tie a knot. Knot out right here. Cut it in half. Okay. So what I did was I went ahead and did this. I tied it, so I'm going to hold it up like a leg, and I'm going to see which side I want to use. So I want to use this. So now I'm going to actually take the 3 and pull them apart. Pull them right back up to the knot. Pull them right back up to the knot. Okay? I'm going to take the one that hangs down the best and looks like it's this one. And what I do is I grab 2, split it right there, tie it at the knot. So we have 1 leg. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. That looks good right there. So we'll go ahead and trim this one. To the knot. To the knot. Okay, we'll set the leg down, see which one's hanging down the best. Looks like this one right here. So we want to trim this guy. And we got, here's another leg. Let's trim that little piece off here. Okay, so we want to tie in the first leg. kind of angle it right there. Two is good enough to start. Make sure it's where you want it. Okay, take this one down to here. Get him right about the same. Make sure they're even. They look pretty even right there. Okay, so we know that they're even. Okay, I want to take them, push down on the foam a little bit, trim it off right there. Take a little bead cement, a little head cement. Drop a nice little bead right there, just to hold it in place. Okay, and we're moving right along. Same thing here. I'm gonna push it down the foam, trim it off. Okay, now I'm going to grab the next little part of the body before I get to the head. So what I want to do is glue the next part in, pull on this back, just a little bead of glue, come forward a little bit, the thread between the body and between there. Make sure we don't get the arms caught in there. Come on, the legs. Okay, so we've got that part on here. So now we want to get the regular legs tied in. So there's the front and back legs. All we need is a single one for that. Let's see, we got a single one, looks like right here. So we got a single. We'll take them down, cut them in half. Okay, we want to put him toward the bottom of the body, right about here. Get him down toward the bottom. Okay, I don't want to glue him in just yet. I get the next one and make sure they're where I want them. Just put them in like this on the top, slide them down. Okay, so what I like to do is come around here. So all I'm really doing is adjusting them, getting them right on the edge of the body, on the bottom. And to kind of hang down, just like that. Give an extra wrap. Okay, same thing as before. Right there, we're going to give the glue a minute to dry. So let's flip this back over, give the glue a minute. Then we want to go ahead, pull these legs a little forward, come back around the body right here. Let it rest here. Then we want to take a piece of Swiss straw, which I got right here. Okay, so we got some Swiss straw. I'm going to take off a piece roughly to the little bit past the tail. Okay, how I like to work with this is love this stuff for hopper wings. Oh, even if it falls apart, it doesn't matter. Because all we're going to do is we're going to take it and kind of pinch it in. Take it, kind of pinch it. Grab the smaller side here. Right there. I'm going to take a little piece of glue, little bit more of super glue. Just down the body, just a little bit. What we want to do is we want to catch it and keep it so it's kind of flat. So we're going to take it, using your finger right here, press down a little bit. You want to go behind the front legs. You don't want to catch the front legs, kind of keep the legs pushed forward. And just do 2 wraps. Okay, and we're going to kind of push down like we did the legs. We're going to kind of do that. I'm going to go back, wrap one more wrap in between here. Okay, we got our nice wings over here, got our tail sticking out. Okay. So what we want to do now is we're basically done with the tying part, so let's get him out of the way. All right, and we're going to trim some legs so we can get a little mess of that out of the way. So usually what I like to come back and get these guys nice and even, make them a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, I want to take these guys underneath here, take the 4 legs, bring them up to here, trim them. If they feel like they're a little long, don't worry, just grab them again. But don't pull real hard, you know, you'll tear them and you'll have to tie new ones in, so just be gentle with them. There we go. Okay, so now we got him all tied in, so we can do a whip finish now. Be careful on the whip finish to that you don't catch those front legs. Just catch right behind the hook. Okay, so it's, if you do it nice and slow, you won't tie the legs in. If you catch those front legs, your front legs are probably a little too long. Okay. Again, let's take him off, trim it here, put this back, flip it over, put a little bit on here, put a little bit where you just did that, head. What I like to do is put a little bit on all the thread, keeps the thread tied in nice. Okay, he's nice and even down here on the bottom. Looks pretty good. So now we got the antennas. Okay, so for the antennas, I'm taking a pin. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a pin, I'm angling it in, pushing a pin down, going even with the other side, pushing a pin down, so make sure the hole's big enough. Okay, put my pin back, take a extra piece of, got a little piece of foam over here. Okay, so I'm going to take a little super glue on the foam. Now, I'm a big fan of finding stuff around the house in the craft stores, anything you can find that'll work. For the antennas, I found these thin pieces of plastic. They seem to work pretty well. So, found these laying around. I mean, I've used stuff out of a brush. Get them in the hole. Get them in the hole. Okay, got them in the hole, pretty even, and they're pretty good. Okay, so now let's flip them on the side. I like them so far. So next we're going to do the eyes. I got the glue already out. Okay, so we want the tweezers. Dun, dun. Let's see, it's too big. Yeah. Let's do this. I have my smaller pair around here somewhere, so that's okay. We'll use some needle pliers in here. That should get it. Yep. Get it nice and glued. Nice glue to the back, and just leave it. Just drop it. Don't even mess with it. Give him a minute to dry. While he's drying, what I kind of like to do is always clean up a little bit. Only takes a few seconds for it to set. We're going to flip them over. Do the same thing on the other side.
Hello, Jolly Cricket here. And while George is trying to get my eyes perfect, I want to remind you that Fun with Flies has a website. We offer step-by-step instructions on all their favorite patterns, PDF downloads so you can download these patterns so you can cut them out and have a material list, And we're adding new patterns every day. The only thing we ask is be patient. It's a new site and we are growing. Okay, let me get this back to George and let him figure out my eyes. Back to you, George.
Now, what I like to do on the eyes, I like to end them off. A little bit of Sally Hansen. Just so it catches the head. To fill in any gaps. Just a nice thick on them. And you have the bug. Okay. Okay, I'm going to trim the antennas. And there you have it. Charlie Cricket up close and personal. Okay, he's right there. It's a nice silhouette. It's a nice big bug. You can have a lot of fun fishing this guy. Okay, well, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you on the next Fun with Flies and the next pattern. Have a good day.